All right, welcome back. And I really want to agree with Elizabeth Amoru on the weather. There really is no bad weather, just different kinds of weather, and it depends on what you make of any other weather. So let's begin with Yaniwura Neka, or Mother is Supreme. And that's why all around the world, mothers have been celebrated for the exceptional role in shaping the society and instilling positive moral values, not just in our children, but also, of course, in the adults. Now, on this all-important International Day this year, the role of women in nation building reverberated by women groups as well as state governments.
When women are said to be an embodiment of talent and qualities that make them unique in so many ways, there is no need to ponder on as mothers, they make great men, and as wives, they make men great. They are also great home builders, role models, pillars of support who have raised strong, independent adults. Mothers are considered to be the heartbeat of the home, and without them, there seems to be no heartthrob. In celebrating mothers, children, husbands, and relatives take time to honor these unbeatable qualities of unique mothers, sharing a lifetime of memories, highlighting the heart of love that has kept families glued.
Hi mothers, as you embark on this journey of home building and nation building, I just want to remind you that you should be intentional about every day, every second, because love for a child is measured with time.
As a mother, we're faced to, just like candles, we're ready to consume ourselves, to light others, to pave way to others. Therefore, it's important that we are celebrated.
My mom was the architect of my earliest memories. She was fun, she was prayerful, she was kind, she was loving.
Lead them to become the best they could be in life. As a discipler, she teaches them to walk and do things rightly.
Coincidentally, the International Women's Day falls same month with Mother's Day, and realizing the importance of these special group of persons, the Lagos State government took time out to honor women with pomp and celebration on March 8th.
On this special day, I would like to express my gratitude to all the women who have contributed and still contributing in diverse but significant ways to the growth and development of Lagos State.
Accelerate whatever we're doing so that we can encourage our women to be the best at all times.
In most cases, children forget to tell mothers how much they are appreciated as superheroes and biggest supporters. But a mother's love for her child is undiluted.
I believe that when we appreciate them, it will spoil them to do more. That's why I say, mothers, thank you for being there for us.
A mother is that woman that is patient. She is a burden bearer. How will they contribute to the society? The mothers will contribute to the society because they instinct value to us.
Mother's Day celebrations began in the United States by the daughter of Anne Mara Jarvis, Anna, who wanted the day to be a celebration of how much mothers sacrifice for their children. She put her efforts into creating the Mother's Day tradition after the death of her mother in 1905. Today, Mother's Day is marked by many on different dates to promote the joy of motherhood and love for her children.
The sacrifices she has made in my life, today I'm now a mother. So you can all join me to say, Happy Mother's Day!
Oh, and indeed, the sacrifices of my own mother also made me a proud mother today. And I know what it takes to be a mother. Sometimes words fail me to actually describe the quantum of sacrifices that mothers make in, of course, not just, training the children, but also helping to build the home. Now, the strength of a woman is unknown until, like a tea bag, life tosses her into hot water. More so, woman's capacity to repair and rebuild is elastic when they join forces together. This way, women can't draw strength together to ignore biases and simply walk over gender barriers. That was the message around the world as women raise their voices globally on International Women's Day. Now, to demonstrate this, we turn our attention now to Cross River State, where the Police Officers' Wives Association, POWA, Cross River State chapter, staged a reach-out event to, their colleagues in the Police Wives Association and those of the late Police Officers' Wives Association, LAPOWA, and that was to commemorate this year's International Women's Day. And Archibald Parsi tells us more about this.
While outlining the benefits of women supporting each other, Mrs. Julia Augustine Grima emphasized the benefits include cheering each other on, offering love when it is lacking, support when it is needed, and encouragement when life feels like more than you can bear. These relationships, she stressed, are truly a gift.
It is through the initiative of Pastor Dr. Elizabeth Igbetokun. She asks us that we do our best and empowered PW, that is police officers' wives, and then LAPOWA, which is late police officers' wife. They are so excited.
The Commissioner of Police, Cross River State Command, Master Augustine Grima, congratulates the women for their enormous contributions in their family, society, and nation building.
Whatever you must have discovered today behind this International Women's Day celebration, go home and make sure you put it into proper usage.
The unique benefits of coming together as women to support each other was reiterated in a lecture delivered by Mrs. Victoria Eyo.
Women are encouraged to take up political positions. Women are encouraged to come out and contest.
I'm very happy and excited that today I am a beneficiary of this benevolence.
The theme for the International Women's Day 2024, Inspire Inclusion, is aimed at forging women's economic empowerment, recruiting, retaining and developing diverse talents, as well as promoting creative and artistic talents of women and girls.
And indeed, by the way, there are also he for she friendly men who also support, the women to achieve their dreams. And by the way, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have my, husband's support. So for you men out there who support the women, I give you a big shout out. It's always a thing of joy when we see or read about young Nigerians doing extraordinary things. Though, people, determined youths who seek to make a difference by projecting, themselves and the country in a very positive way. Now, when we gloss over these small wins and step over such celebrations, or achievement, we do a whole lot of disservice, not just to ourselves and those youths, but also to our country. And that's why in our next report, we will celebrate this young 400-level student of University of Ilorin, Kudos Uyemi. He's on his way to breaking a record in the Guinness Book of Records. And what has he done? Or what is he doing? Let Shola Wahid tells us all about it.
Kudos Uyemi, a 400-level university scholar with an impressive cumulative grade point average CGPA of 4.87 at the University of Ilorin, Kwara State, joined the league of those seeking to make history in the Guinness World Book of Records listing. A student of the Department of Statistics has set a new record for the fastest time devoted to complete a 5-skin fade haircut in 14 minutes, 56 seconds and 83 milliseconds on January 25, 2024 to beat the current champion, whose record stands at 18 minutes and 57 seconds, to the cheers of impressed audience. Known as Mr. Humble on campus, Kudus said he had always been a determined individual who set targets for himself.
I possess a high proficiency and high multitasking skill. Not just as a scholar, I'm also a student politician on campus, and as a matter of fact, I contested in the last election as the student union president. Although I was not able to emerge, but then it was a kind of a successful outing for me. So I'm very good at multitasking.
Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Wahab Egbewole, lauded the achievement of Kudus and admonished other students to take a cue from his academic and competitive feats.
Our goal as a university is to build a future of achievers, and therefore we have designed our program in a way that, one, they will engage in their studies seamlessly. They will also identify what their passion is. What we have attempted to do is to create a blend between scholarship and passion.
The remarkable feat is expected to be officially endorsed and Kudus pronounced victorious by the Guinness World Record in the next few weeks.
Congratulations to Woyemi, and of course, University of Ilorin has been in the news lately for the good things. That institution is known for producing scholars, excellent in learning, and of course, in character. Another record breaker, Angel Osareme, is at the center of a thrilling, chilling, and spilling competition called Readathon. Now, her target is to beat the World Guinness Book of Records, again, longest read aloud time held currently by a Nigerian male, John Obot. The 200-hour readathon is currently going on at the Edo State Secretariat, and our correspondent, Anwale Okolo, was there to witness it.
Not derailed from his vision of industrialization, agricultural development, and youth empowerment.
230 hours, reading aloud non-stop for days on end. An unbelievable adventure which has now become reality and an inspiring story for many.
Angel, 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 angel.
The readathon attracted the presence of prominent government officials, including the Governor Godwin Obaseki and his wife Betsy.
Greater reward for our administration than what this young lady is doing, and so we are here to support her. She has broken the world record in reading, and what a record to break.
Osareme, who had months of preparation mentally and physically, set out on a mission to put Edo on the map. Later wondered the Bini cultural regalia she put on, looking like royalty as she pressed on to the finish line.
Insurance, reinsurance, and P&I. These offer maritime company.
About 60% of books she read was on the Edo cultural heritage, 30% on general stories from Nigeria, and 10% on ecology. She placed emphasis on SDG goals 4, 5, 8, 13 and 14.
Has also talked about recycling. He told the students if they can be able to recycle, let them come up with what they'll be able to recycle plastic, bring it, and I think she mentioned a cash prize of 200,000 for that student.
When you finish this exercise, count yourself as a copywriting.
Asay Osareme Angel is an advocate for quality girl-child education, a diploma holder in marine engineering from the University of Benin, and a 500-level student of fisheries and aquatic studies at the University of Lagos. Her tenacity to see this through made the state government collaborate with her through the Ministries of Arts and Culture, Communication and Orientation, as well as the Ministry of Education, which throughout the event brought students to cheer her on.
That determination as an Edo person, our resilience in the face of a lot of adversity is what stands us out as Edo people.
Surprise to everyone, like 200 hours. So it's very nice.
She sets
an example for we young students to follow.
Be confident in ourselves that we can do better, that we can do that thing perfectly well.
DVD culture has taken us to places and it has create impacts in students' life.
It's times like this you realize the oneness of the Nigerian spirit, the resilience of the typical Nigerian, and the resourcefulness of the girl child.
Don't ask me. I'm equally as confused as you are. I really don't understand. I mean, you just pick up a book and start reading for 200 hours. I can understand reading for pleasure, reading for entertainment, reading for knowledge, but just reading, it's a very complicated competition if you ask me. You have to track each participant's space, the type of book, and of course the pages read, and within the time zone. I don't know how it is done. Maybe there's something I'm really missing. But there's so much to celebrate Angel for: commitment, zeal, determination, resilience, and of course, as they say, there is more treasure in books, of course, than in all the pirates' loot on, of course, Treasure Island. I mean, what can we say? Congratulations to Angel. So now, when Nigeria's hidden treasures are promoted, the oil palm trees take a back seat, or are rarely mentioned. But the truth is that they form part of our flourishing blue ocean that we have yet to explore and exploit. Now, virtually every part of that tree is very useful. It produces two oils, of course we know, from the fruit pulp and from the seed. Now, the oil palm tree produces very durable timber for building. The leaves can be woven into all kinds of covers, and it produces brooms. The fronds can be used for fencing and roofing. I mean, there's so much that we can benefit from the oil palm tree. However, from the south to southeast and parts of the southwest, there are some more interesting oil plantations that are springing up in these areas. And one of them is located at Elele Alimini in Rivers State. And that's from where our next report comes from. And Ijoma Ugweke will tell us on the hidden treasures in oil palm production, and of course the challenges of small-scale palm oil processors in that part of the country.
Oil palm is a tropical crop that originated from West Africa. It tolerates a wide range of soil types. Its produce, however, is an edible vegetable oil derived from palm fruit, which is used for cooking, frying, and also for industrial purpose. Aside the production of the red oil, palm kernel oil is also extracted from the nuts.
Here is Elele Alimini, where you can find a cluster of palm oil mills. From all indication, there is no waste in palm fruit. From the palm fruit to the chaff, to the palm kernels, and every other thing.
If you also see the other side where we burn those ashes we waste them, but those ashes is supposed to use for soup. The ones we've not burned, some persons come to, they take them, go to their farm, like their plantation. It help the plantain to produce more.
The rigorous steps of processing fresh fruits as captured in the mills at Elele indicates that the small-scale processors rely mostly on human energy. From threshing of the bunches to separating the chaff before boiling the palm fruits, amongst other steps. The small-scale oil processors in Elele are neither equipped with steam or gas turbine to generate electricity, and more so, the mills are found outside Port Harcourt City and operating with rudimentary equipment.
Most of the things we do here manually are not supposed to be manual. If we have machines like the area of that pressing, at times we use wells where we are supposed to have boreholes. But due to the lack of finance, so we try to manage with manpower.
This my own, I'm losing almost 10 years now, but the one they rent now is almost 950,000 for each one. The business is very nice to do the business if there is any way to support.
Area of kernels, we need a palm kernel cracker where we can mill and also make sure that we will crack those kernels.
While processing of the palm fruits in the mills yield a lot of byproducts which are not fully utilized, aside the chaff from the fresh fruit bunches used as a source of energy in boiling the palm fruits, other potential still abound in the waste products which is yet untapped.
I wonder if you've tried to buy a 50 kg of palm oil in the market lately. If you have not, I advise you go to the market and try and find out. And then you'll find out or get to know what we're losing when we do not process the oil palm tree mechanically and, of course, in the modern way. But we have more to come on Newsline tonight, right after this break. Don't go away. All right, thank you for staying tuned to Newsline tonight on the network service. Now, LifeMate, no, not your spouse. I'm talking about a maker of a furniture called LifeMate. That's LifeMate Nigeria Limited, and it's spearheading a new trend in home customization through crafting perfect home solutions that will suit every customer. Now, they have unveiled a whole house customization, and that covers major spaces like living room, dining area, kitchen, bedroom, and many others. And our correspondent, Hingino John Adams, unveils it for us on Newsline.
A blend of class and excellence, which offers a cozy environment in the home space. This is how LifeMate Nigeria Limited, maker of LifeMate furniture, can be transformational in design. The company has expanded its services with the unveiling of the whole house customization section. Manager of LifeMate Furniture says the company's team of professionals, through high quality service and design, are committed to meeting customers' demands for home products as well as creating beautiful and comfortable living environment.
The whole house customization is according to customer requirement to do the satisfactory solution to decoration the whole house.
Anything at all that you think of, LifeMate Furniture will just do it for you. And we're doing it with the AI 3D customization. So first of all, you see what you want in a 3D board. So if there are some things you need to adjust, you can adjust. But the idea about it is that anything you see on the 3D is actually what we're going to give to you when the final production is done.
The whole house customization gives customers the opportunity to personalize their space.
I feel like it's fun, you get creative, and I think it's just an amazing idea.
I'm really happy because not just because of the products I see, but the fact that they empower Nigerians. They have over 1,000 Nigerian technicians that they're developing.
With LifeMate's concept of space customization, a customer's empty area can be measured, designed, and planned to suit his or her needs.
All right, I see Nengi there, but of course we all know who our LifeMates are. Now, there are some traditions that we have to and must tinker with a bit to restore some sanity in some communities in this country. Now, money for marriage has been criminalized in most communities because it impedes on the fundamental rights of the girl child. It's difficult to believe that a practice where the girl child is exchanged for debt repayment or is given to a benefactor in appreciation for a good deed still exists in parts of our country. Now, as absurd as it may sound, the practice is very much real in a community in Cross River State, as Erica Ivy found out in our next report.
Marriage in Nigeria is becoming worrisome with negative attendant consequences of inadequate educational opportunities, health risk, and poverty devastating the girl child. Even with the Child Rights Act enacted in 2003, setting the age of marriage at 18 years, custom and tradition will not allow the law to prevail. For instance, the popular money marriage of Dorothy Etawa, a native of Becheve village, Obanliku local government area of Cross River State, is trailing reactions from the social media video, as the practice does not allow the Becheve girls to take decision and choose who they may desire to marry.
It is a deprivative. A child who gets married too early will not be able to develop himself to full potential of understanding what marriage is all about.
Money marriage, that means a child is used to pay the indebtedness of the parents. It is so saddening that in today's world, such a thing is happening.
In spite of campaigns by non-governmental organizations and the Cross River State government to create awareness in the community against such practices, the people seems not to relax the age-long practice, believing that a Becheve man without money wife is not regarded enough to speak in the community assembly.
It is not permissible in law. I don't think any custom can also permit that, and it will be allowed to stand, because the customs are now subject to what we describe in law as equity, good conscience.
I won't be able to allow the girl to go far, and what God has put in her, the girl will not be able to manifest.
That is child abuse, because the child is not given the right to make her own choices.
To give a child like this, my daughter, in her hand in marriage is totally child abuse.
Research shows that Nigeria is the 11th highest prevalence of child marriage. Therefore, concerted efforts by government and private sector involving legal reform, community enlightenment is needed to tackle and end the menace of money wife and child marriage, not just in Cross River State, but Nigeria.
You're watching Newsline. Let's go down the lane of commercial break once again. And when we come back, we'll return to wrap up the program very nicely. Welcome back to Newsline. Now, for Christians, the scripture talks about the greatest second chance of all given to men when Christ, or Jesus Christ, was crucified. Now, it is a cardinal belief in Christianity. But our next report is not entirely about this form of second chance. It's actually a close shove with death. Now, Grace Egbagbe is an elegant, prominent, and well-celebrated personality. In fact, she is a retired executive director, marketing with the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. Now, in our next report, she recounts how she was given up for dead, but lives today to recount her experiences in what she describes as a miracle. And Ekene Ndulue has that report.
The day started with a mass at the Holy Trinity Catholic Church, Maitama, Abuja. A solemn occasion. Grace Egbagbe is appreciative to God for restoring her health from a critical condition. With her loved ones, she had come with offerings to show gratitude. It does not end there. Auntie Grace, as she is fondly called by associates, found space to share the moments with friends and family at a reception. The guests were held spellbound as the celebrant narrated her near-death experience.
After they had done everything and I was still lifeless, his colleague asked him to go get the doctor. So go call the doctor so he can come and certify this woman dead. That barely a minute after his colleague left, I just shouted, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
But then, it ended in a testimony.
I am celebrating
the goodness of God to me. God has been too good to me, and I think it's important that I take time out to say thank you, Lord Jesus, in a very special way.
One after the other, the guests recounted how Auntie Grace was influential in their lives, thanking God for his mercies upon her.
She loves her friends and she will do anything for her friends.
She looks after and for and has the back of everyone in the family, including our parents.
Auntie G is a wonder. There's none like her.
As she is thanking God, God is opening more doors for her. God is blessing her with good health.
And what's a party without some dancing? Auntie Grace wouldn't let anyone escape without trying the Cuban shuffle on the dance floor.
Still in the groove, Auntie Grace. I love that. You know, every day is a second chance, especially when you wake up. But when you survive an encounter with death, it's called grace. So let's endeavor to also forgive and grant second chances to others. Congratulations to Auntie Grace Egbabe. All right, now, do you know why we should respect age? Age is not just a number. In age, we get to know the difference between older and being bolder. Besides, one is never too old to dream dreams or achieve goals. On the contrary, people grow old once they stop chasing after their dreams. And former Minister of Transportation, Chibuike Rotimi Amechi, and Governor of Rivers State, former Governor of Rivers State, I should say, knows exactly what I'm talking about. Now, at 58 going 59 years, not even political odds along his way could deter him from chasing his dreams at the base university. Now, like every other student, law student, the former minister attended classes. Not once did he shun lectures. Once upon a time, I put a call through to him. He would whisper, "I'm in the class. I'm in the class." In fact, I'd also personally seen him in the company of other students studiously reading for assessment tests, even in class. Now, he was among hundreds of students who successfully completed their law school and called to the Nigerian bar recently. Family, friends, and political associates were there to celebrate his success. And Chukwunonso Nwabese was also there to capture the moment for Newsline.
Having recorded many indelible imprints in legislative and executive positions held so far, which include but not limited to being a former governor of Rivers State and Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, as well as former member of the Federal Executive Council, where he served the nation as Minister of Transportation. Rotimi Amechi's enrollment as a solicitor and advocate of the Supreme Court of Nigeria is a call to make a positive contribution in the justice sector.
I'm very proud to say that I was one of the many persons that graduated from the Nigerian Law School, hoping that there will be better contributions to the growth of the nation and the growth of the other our contributions too in the academic field. Maybe some of us won't practice, some of us will just be lawyers who then go to teaching and then train more lawyers.
I'm actually excited. It's a dream come true, and I feel honored that the father of my voice has successfully fulfilled one of his greatest dreams in life, and I thank God for everything.
Guests cutting across different political divide, friends and well-wishers as well as relatives are here in their numbers to celebrate with the new wig and his immediate family.
I congratulate him, and I also congratulate his wife. If he is not the one who will allow him and encourage him, he will not complete this course. Even when he completed, we didn't believe he would go to law school, but he went to law school, endure, persevere, and now he's called to bar.
He aspired to be the president. He was governor, but still he needed to be a lawyer. So I welcome him to our profession.
His experience in the House, his experience as a minister, in the executive,
adding the legal into it, we should be able to see some changes within the Nigerian jurisprudence.
I remember when he started the program, I was wondering how he was going to cope, and he coped well. So I'm here to congratulate him, and I wish him all the best.
As Chibike Amechi begins his career in the legal profession, it is the expectation of many here that dedication and commitment to duty, which he is known for over the years, will be brought to bear in strengthening the nation's judicial system.
And I agree with distinguished Senator Simon Bako Lalong. Beside every successful man, there's always a woman. Now, the more hard work one puts into the more achievements award you get at the end of a journey. It's like the proverbial light at the end of the tunnel, if you ask me. Now, if you've ever worked with or associated or even known Professor Tom Adaba, the pioneer DG of National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, then you would appreciate how deserving he is of a Lifetime Achievement Award. He actually got it at a ceremony organized by Silver Bird Group of Companies, and Diana Ajali captured the sights and sounds for Newsline.
It was celebration of lifetime achievements for many gathered in this hall. Industry players from all walks of life, including politicians, converged on Lagos to celebrate with one another. The award was in different categories. It began with one exceptional woman who fought with her husband for the sake of democracy in Nigeria. The late Kudirat Abiola received a posthumous award.
She died 28 years ago. She fought, and now we have democracy.
What this award means is that we should embrace the more agenda and do more.
Other features at the ceremony were Special Achievements Award, Peace Advocate and Financial Inclusion of the Year Award to recognize and appreciate exceptional performance of Nigerians who have impacted lives in their unique ways.
To all my fans watching this right now, this is for you.
The Ogun State Governor, Dapo Abiodun, received the Silver Bird Man of the Year 2023 award, while the first Director General of the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, and first Principal, Nigerian Television Authority, NTA TV College, Jos, Professor Tom Adaba, was recognized for his positive contributions to the broadcasting industry in Nigeria and his legacy projects.
It is a testament and validation to the newly repositioned Ogun State under our watch. And again, we want to thank the Silver Board.
This award means a lot to my dad. It's a great honor. I wish to dedicate this award to all the Adaba's family.
You regulate it. Speaking on way forward for enhanced economic prosperity of Nigeria, the host, Senator Ben Murray Bruce, emphasized the need for proper regulation of transportation fares as a tool to achieving stable economic development.
So your first line charge is transport in the city. But if the government took a position, we will deregulate, we will float the currency, but we will subsidize transportation at a fraction of the cost we are losing. The price you pay for tomatoes, potatoes, onions, and all of that will be the same as 3 years ago. The cost it takes from you to go from Ikeja to Obalende will be the same.
Silver Bird Man of the Year Award is a platform initiated 19 years ago to appreciate outstanding performance, irrespective of age and class, as a way to motivate and encourage more Nigerians to come on board and contribute their quota to achieve positive economic growth.
All right, we have just more time for one more commercial break, and then we'll wrap up nicely. All right, we've reached the end of the line and we have to go, but not before saying Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak to all Muslim brothers and sisters. Good night.